Welcome back, team. Episode 16. I think I've got that right. Thanks for taking a sip during the intro. Episode 16 of the South End podcast. We have a very special guest, Brando Hasick. Hasick? How do I pronounce it?
Yeah. Hasick, yep.
Owner of Body by Brando. Actually, may as well just let you do the intro because you probably know more about yourself than me.
Yeah.
But
Done your research.
He's a big, definitely a big inspiration of ours, for myself, for sure.
Thank you.
Gyms and business, and we actually grew up in the same area as well. So I'll hand over to him and let him introduce himself.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. This is a sick setup, hey?
Of course.
So, yeah, what have I got? Body by Brando, now BBB Gyms unofficially, but slight name change in the last year or so. There's a few owners now, so I've given them the limelight, taken my name out of it. And recently, Kaizen Collective is my business consulting that I do with Mario. And then most recently is Dadwads, which is a bit of a passion project. It's been pumping that a bit.
Yeah, I've been following it.
Yeah, it's been fun. So that's me in a nutshell.
Nice. How did you get into, what's the starting point of was BBB first? Body by Brando? The gyms were first?
Yeah, that was the first. Yeah. I was thinking about this in the car. It's been long, but also quick at the same time, right? Like it's been, I think, 11 years now. I remember drawing the logos when I was working at a Vision PT in Rose Bay. I was in there just scribbling in between clients, like, fuck this, working for $25 an hour or something stupid back then. Like, I think it was on 9 hours a week. They have to give you 9 hours a week as a minimum, and had no clients. So I was in there scribbling in the lunchroom, like, Body by Brando. I was like, that's a fucking sick name. I love alliteration, you know, everything's got to be triple B or something like that.
Got a ring to it. When was this?
I think 2014.
Right.
Yeah, so I did a trip over to London as part of my uni degree, just to get out and see the world, which was pretty cool. Got a scholarship to go do that.
Oh, nice.
And then came back, finished the degree here, and went straight into PTing at Vision. Was my first proper PT job. That lasted 9 weeks, I think, and I was like, this is heap shit. This is not what I want to be doing. So then another mate opened up an F45. He was like one of the first F45s, but I just moved to the city. And he opened it out in Dural, and he's like, give you $600 a week if you come and work for me. And I was like, fucking $600 a week was mad money back then. I was making, like I said, 25 an hour or something for Vision. So yeah, that was good money, but I had to drive an hour each day.
Right. Yeah.
And I think I was on every single session. I was clocking up like 40 sessions a week for F45. And then he was a real cool boss. So he let me, take some PT, and that's when Body by Brando really kicked off.
He was getting a good deal out of you in the end, 40 hours for
I know.
600.
Plus travel. They sorted me out with tolls and stuff for a little bit until they realised how expensive it was for tolls. And I think I almost fell asleep at the wheel a few times. So then I asked if I could do like a 3-day split. So I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday for them. And then I had a slab in my backyard at Clovelly, 5x4. And I didn't tell the landlord. He had heaps of stuff there, and I just threw it out. And then just put some rubber mats down and started training people from the backyard on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Yeah. I paid a guy $6,000. It was to my first business coach. It was through a mate. It was like, oh, this guy might be able to sort you out. He's got gyms down in Tasmania. He'll help you out. I called him, didn't realize it was a sales call because I'd never done a sales call before, but he pitched me fucking hard. He's like, yeah, mate, I'll help you out. I was like, thank you. And he goes, yeah, just for $6,000. I was like, oh, I don't really have $6,000, eh?
But it's just a favor,
Yeah, I just didn't realize the business coaching world back then.
Yeah.
I thought people just were nice.
Yeah.
Turns out they weren't.
Not that nice.
Yeah, not that nice.
So how did like the mindset? So you're like working in Vision, PTing, and you're just like, this isn't worth my time and money, really. I could be earning more. But then from there to go then to Body by Brando was it just PT, or were you already thinking opening the gym up?
Yeah, just
from
PT.
The get-go? Just
Full
PT.
Survival mode.
So that was just your company name.
Yeah.
And then just one-on-one sort of sessions.
Yeah, made business cards and shit from Vistaprint. I
business
think.
card,
Did nothing with them. Didn't have anyone to give them to, but I made them.
But was there anything in your head where you're like, oh yeah, I want to make this into a gyms franchise or anything like that? Or was it just more just like that sort of grew as you went?
Yeah, I think as I went. I think at the start it was just survival mode. Like I was barely paying rent at the time.
But even to get a business coach at that age is quite out there. So I remember like very similar, but there wasn't any business coaches on the, maybe, I don't know. On the horizon, I didn't know anyone sort of doing it or anything
these days
like that.
It's full of them, hey? Like you can find one easily, but back then, it was more. I was into doing handstands and like I was really mobile, so I was doing heaps of stretchy stuff. And then someone saw it and said, "Oh, you should meet this guy, Keegan Smith." And at the time, he wasn't even on the map either. I think he had like 500 followers, and he was working for the Roosters, and he was just putting up the same sort of stuff. And so I reached out to him, and we got chatting, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to start this business for PTs who want to learn more about S&C." And I was like, "Perfect. I'll be like your first little protege." So that was pretty cool to be in the early days with him. And he was the one that put me onto the business coach. He's like, "Oh, part of my network, I've got someone that might be able to help you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, cool." Didn't even know that thing existed, but pretty lucky timing wise for that to happen.
And it was beneficial, your first business coach?
100%. Yeah. Like it was just things that I take for granted now, but learning to go like you can do one-on-one or one-to-many. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Why would you do one-on-one when you can train more people at once?" Like, and CrossFit had only just really started a few years before.
Hey, it's funny you say that. On our business call, which we have weekly on Tuesday, a guy's got one-on-one business, and they're actually looking to go away from that now, do one-to-many instead through classes, because it's just not a good business model for them to like make enough off it.
You can't
and then pay the people, like you were saying.
Oh, he's got people doing
similar vision, like a vision sort of setup.
The staff costs are too high.
Yeah, well, like
to manage it.
It was like 40-50% of the margins.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so did that, and we worked on the space. He was pretty hands on because I think I was his first intake of business coaching, so he was figuring it out as we went as well.
Nice.
So he was pretty hands on. So we realized, I'll do 1-on-3 in my backyard. Went and spent some money on equipment, decked it out. It was outside as well, so it was like elements. It was nice in March and April, and then it got real cold. But he taught me how to do like marketing on socials. There was some hacks back then you could do. Facebook marketing was really cool back then. You'd put in like $5 and you get 25 leads versus now. It's so shit.
Yeah.
And they all picked up the phone. They were all happy to have a chat and like signed up, I think, 8 or 9 clients off the bat.
Wow.
So
that's cool. It's so effective. This ad's popping up. It must be for me.
Yeah.
On Facebook back then, right?
Whereas now it's like you see 15 of the same thing.
Yeah. No one gives a shit.
Mate, we pump the ads and we get like 2 leads a week.
Yeah. It's crazy. Man. It's so crazy.
So that kicked off, and then it got to the stage where we're getting rained out every second day. I think there was like 3 weeks of torrential rain, and I was like, "This sucks." So then it sparked the idea of I need a roof over my head and keep the gig dry, because the clients were like, "I'm fucking off." And I was like, getting scared.
Yeah, of course.
Like I went all in on that. Left F45 and went all in on the backyard.
Yeah.
So I was getting a bit worried, and then the same guy that opened the F45 was working out of a gym in Paddington. Funnily enough, like that's where he started. He's like, "Oh, there's a shed there. You can take that for $300 a week." The owners said you can have it. So I decked that out, have a roof over my head, and started doing 8-on-1 training and grew that to, I think I got to like 40 or 50 clients a week, paying like $90 a week. So I was
And what sort of training were you doing then?
Like a version of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was coaching at CrossFit Bear at the time because it was just up the road for Cass and Chad McKay.
Yeah.
They own that. So I was like, modeling some stuff from Keegan and some stuff from CrossFit.
Like simplifying it a little bit.
And just like more range stuff, like really focusing on technique.
Yeah.
And then sort of got a bit of a name for that. I think early days was like mobility and keeping people pain-free.
Yeah.
Nice. How many clients did you have before you moved over to the shed?
Maybe 15.
Yeah.
So took 15 to the shed.
Okay.
Grew it to 40, 50. And then the guy that owned.
Is that you doing all the sessions there, yeah?
Yeah. I think I might have had one coach eventually. Andy Gin. Remember Andy? He was at CrossFit Bondi.
Oh, yeah.
He came across and that was cool to help out. But it was long days. It was the 5:30 class and the 6:30 p.m.
And then was there a point of like you were just getting so many people coming through where you're like, "Oh, we could expand here"? Was that the point of like moving on and growing it, or were you just like, "I want to grow this into more of a"?
I think from that stage, I was making half decent money at the time, and I was like, "Oh, there's legs here." Like, and then I did have more business coaches. I think
because business coaches are so good of like always looking forward. That's what we've kind of realized. They just make you look forward all the time.
Yeah,
and
always. What's next? What's next? What's next?
Bird's eye view.
Yeah. Don't put a ceiling on. Like,
whereas you're probably just like in the moment, right? You're just like delivering, working hard, right?
I think I did get a taste for it then, and I sort of the guy that owned. He didn't own the gym; he just owned the business and the rent. And I heard that he was going to open an F45 as well. Everyone was opening F45, so he didn't want the gym anymore. So I was like, "Oh, I'll buy him out, and I'll take over the gym and have the shed as well." And he wanted 120 grand. I talked him down to like 50, I think. I
Nice.
started my negotiation. I think I read a book the week before and I was like, fucking let's hustle. Let's talk him down. And he was happy to get rid of it. So we struck a deal. But yeah, I was just saving and I was just bursting at the seams. That's something I've always done is just like wait till you're bursting at the seams with what you've got before you try and take on something else.
Right.
And I think that's probably been like in hindsight, one of the best things I've done.
Was there any real difficulties going from that shed to then the bigger space?
Yeah, because I was a tight ass and I tried to keep all the members that were there already paying. He had like the regular $9 a week membership. They could just use the gym at any time. So sort of like come as you want gym with PTs. And there was like 5 PTs paying rent. So I bought the gym and it was day one already profitable, which was sick, plus my stuff. And I slowly started taking over the inside gym and I think I pissed a lot of people off because they're like, it's our gym. And I just put the groups inside and was like, find your own space, like work around us type thing. It was a bit shit, but I knew what I wanted. It worked out.
And from there, were you thinking like, I'll just make this place as busy as possible? And then were you thinking about expansion then? Or was it like, this will be my gym in Paddington. I'm fucking.
Yeah, the time was just fill it up. And we did. We got it to like 100 members. Plus I had the 5 PTs who were working around us. So that was pretty cool. And all their members were paying $9 a week or something. So it was like, just like little revenue streams coming in everywhere. It wasn't broken. So I didn't try and fix it. Just tried to keep grabbing it as much as I could. And when we got to 100 members inside, I got a bit too greedy and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, how easy is the gym game? Let's just open up 1 million of these things and print cash. So I opened one up in Artarmon. It was a shit space. I tried to make it work in my head. I was like, oh, it's on a second level too, mind you. So above a real estate. And then I was like, 6 spots. We decked it out, did open day. I think I had 26 members, probably needed like 60 to break even. Just ate away for like 6 months and finally just broke lease and went, fuck this, way too hard. Because I was coaching at both. I had 2 staff plus me between 2 gyms. Fuck. Trying to market, trying to sell, trying to coach, trying to raise a team.
Damn.
And
so what do you think it was, what were the factors you think why it didn't work?
Did you just force the space a bit too much? Or
force the space.
Like, could you get red flags, right?
Yeah.
Like, when we took our second gym, I was just like, that's one thing I was super conscious about. I was just like, where are these red flags?
Yeah. Yeah, and these days you look for them, whereas back then you look for the green
you were
flags.
Probably like, you were probably like,
oh, no, I can make it. It might be 58 stairs high, but you know, something.
Or it'd be like, oh, it would be all right. And it's like,
yeah, make sure it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
So was the space, was the rent? I was a rent.
The rent was okay. I think it was more expensive than Paddington. We had a good weekend at Paddington, so nothing would ever top that. But yeah, definitely not having, any real marketing besides just my Instagram at the time. And then I was doing a lot of sales calls too, so trying to fit it both in between 2 gyms was hard. No system, so like we didn't really have any SOPs on how to run a 5-star session or anything. So they were sort of going rogue at Artarmon. The members were like, "Oh, we heard it was really good at Paddo, but like it doesn't feel the same here." Plus, there was only like 20 members, so each class had like 2 or 3 members in it. And the vibe wasn't there.
Yeah, of course.
So I was like, "Oh fuck, all right." So a bit more to running an empire than
paste.
Copy and paste.
So that must have made you nervous then opening another one when you did then. Or
Yeah,
did
it
you
took like
just
2 years.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So you just went back to the same place in Paddington.
Back to the same place. Got a few more staff. I think I got another business coach at the time to really figure out what I didn't have, and it was like a lot of systems. Like everyone always talks about systems, but I went full meticulous and wrote down like everything into a Google Doc. So I just made a Google Doc for like how to open the front door, pretty much, like what to do when you get to the gym, do this, and then it was another document. Probably the worst thing I did was write it and not actually show anyone. But at least I knew that if I ever wanted to show someone, I could.
Yeah.
And so
it's wild, isn't it? Like we talk about it. Like we've been doing that recently, and it's just like if a row is not working, just replace the battery.
Yeah.
Like you need to write that down.
I know.
You need to write it down and explain it to people.
You can't assume anything,
You can't assume.
No.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
It's like training monkeys.
And
not to say that people are like monkeys, but it's like,
not what they're thinking about,
not thinking about it. They've got other things on their mind.
Yeah.
So and it's either that or get the same question 50 times, which is like my worst nightmare. So I prefer to write shit down and read the document.
The systems has been a game changer for us as well.
Yeah,
for sure.
So that was kind of a start of you like really developing like a proper business, I guess then, was it?
Pretty much, yeah. Felt like it was starting to turn into a business, had staff meetings from then on, like had some team. I think I made every mistake under the sun in the early days of staff because I didn't know how. I wasn't a leader. I was just like, do it like me. And it was like everyone had to copy what I did, but obviously everyone's different.
Yeah.
And then that's not how you do it. You need everyone to follow a system and have their own personality.
Right.
So I think I definitely rubbed a few staff up the wrong way in the early days, but
Yeah.
it was all a learning process.
Yeah. No one's going to hustle or care as much as you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How did you find from that coaching to being more of a leader, business owner, rather than being on the floor?
Yeah, I think it was a transition. Like, it was hard when you had staff that had already started with you and then you try and flip it on them and like, all right, now we're going to start doing this. And like, no, thanks. I didn't sign up for that. So I sort of knew that I had to just burn through those staff. And then if you bring someone else in, that's the first thing they see. It's like, oh, that's what they do here.
Yeah.
And I did like 10 years at Macca's. I think I started at Macca's when I was 14 and 6 months. I think I lied to sort of get in there early because I wanted to work so bad. But no, like having that background of this is how a system is.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to make my gym like Macca's.
You hear that a lot about Macca's, hey?
Yeah.
The systems they have.
So that sort of gave me a framework of like, all right, well, they were pretty regimented on onboarding. You knew what you're going to get. If you go off script, then you're obviously going to get trouble.
Yeah. Interesting. So and then you filled up the Paddington one, and then what was after that one?
Then we went Waterloo. So Jim came up. Funny we're talking about pricing because I still remember like Jim came up. It was a CrossFit gym, CrossFit Ignite. And same thing, I wanted to make it work, but it was actually one-on-one training. Or no, you sort of paid $100 a week. They were expensive. And you paid and the coach would just like roam on the floor, but you had your own program.
Right.
I was like, oh, it's similar, but I liked the space. It had a DA and the guy was asking $750 for it.
Whoa.
$750K. And I was like, oh, that's a lot of money. And I had a client at Paddington who's a billionaire, like proper with a B. And I was like, oh, that's fucking, he's rich. So I'm going to listen to him. And he's like, offer him 200 and see what he says. I was like, can't do that. Like, you fucking tell me to piss off.
Still a lot of money, though.
It's still a lot of money, 200K. Yeah. He's
heaps.
like, just do 200. Like, he's bluffing. Like, he's not worth that much. I was like, all right, offer 200. And we set it on 250. So I was like, oh, yeah. Say 500K thanks to this billionaire. So
yeah.
Where did he get the 750 from, though?
I think he worked out profit and plus his wage. So he was making 150K profit plus his wage of 100.
Okay.
250, and he valued it at 3x.
Yeah.
So pretty, pretty
In
cool.
that
Makes sense.
standard range,
But
Not a bad little business, though.
he had a good business. Yeah, he's making 750 a year rev. So it was like good money. But he wanted out and he moved. So that was good. But yeah, day one, I think he started with 130 members. That's what I bought. And then I think 4 weeks later, we were down to like 28 members because they were all like, nah, because we introduced Body by Brando style of training and that's not what they did. So I've made a pretty dumb decision there.
And what were they paying then?
I think I kept them on 89 or 97.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so that's a big chunk of.
Yeah. Oh, they were paying a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and then you'd switch it to more like traditional group classes.
Yeah, back to group classes and offered them all like 2 weeks to try it out. And they were all a bit older too, like 40s and 50s, and we brought our sort of young whippersnapper crowd of 20 to 30-year-olds and dropping barbells.
Was there a bit of doubt there where you're like, fuck, am I doing the right thing here?
Yeah, 100%. I still remember talking to Asher walking down to Clovelly one day. I was like, what the fuck have I done it again? Like, I thought I was invincible 3 years ago. Like, I did save it. I paid for it in cash. Like, I saved up, I think, 400K and sort of just dropped it on there, which again, in hindsight, probably should have got a loan and, tax deductible loans and use that cash elsewhere, but you learn those things. But yeah, like I just like paying for things in cash and I was making good money. So I was like, bang, 400K. By the time we paid lawyers and stuff, I think about 300.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it. But at least I didn't have debt over me. So I was like, oh, well, push comes to shove. But then we did a few good marketing campaigns, got it in the 50s, got it the 70s, cracked 100 pretty quick. And
I guess by then you already knew the program was working. People enjoyed it.
Yeah.
People liked it.
Just took time.
So you knew it would work. It was just a bit of a hit to start with.
And that rent was expensive too. Like that was like 110K.
Probably the best thing you've done though, to be fair, right? Because if they hung around, that would have affected culture.
Yeah, definitely.
The gym.
Yeah, so we transformed the culture and got pretty much doubled up the paddo crew. They're a little bit different, but they're pretty close.
Yeah, nice. You kind of stuck to your guns on it, right?
Yeah.
Stuck to your way and what the methodology that you
that's
believed
good. Still got that gym now, so that's a good one. Like
that's the one in Waterloo.
Yeah, it's Waterloo.
Nice.
That's going well.
Yeah, nice. So how long have you had that one then?
That's almost like 6 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
it's stint, huh?
Good stint. Got another 2 years on the lease and hopefully we can renew that one.
Yeah.
Because it's a good spot, same thing, DA, no noise complaints.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just works.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. What's on from there then?
What did we do? Then COVID happened and really raped everyone.
Yeah.
But we actually did okay in there. Like I had some money saved up, and the first thing I said to my team was like, I've got some money. If it all goes shit, like I'll keep paying you guys. So I think that sort of bought me a few brownie points with them, and they were pretty loyal for the next year or two.
Yeah.
Nice.
And enabled us to have a really good comeback. And then the year after COVID was our best year to date. We did like $1 million in revenue at Paddington and Waterloo each.
Nice.
So it was like,
That's
wow.
sick.
the team all got paid really well. They were getting bonuses like every quarter. It was a good vibe. We had a really good crew
Yeah.
at both gyms, and
Yeah,
it was
that's
a
epic,
couple
mate.
of good years.
Yeah.
Good
That's
stuff.
Good, mate.
And then we bought North Sydney.
Yeah.
That was a good deal. The boys just wanted out of there as well again, so I got a pretty
Yeah.
good deal there.
Was that a CrossFit gym?
Nah, I had gymnastics gym, so
Oh, okay.
again, fuck myself. Went from like 100 members down to I think 27.
You love it.
Fight out of a fucking hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like the punishment.
Yeah,
I
like,
think.
I just like the chaos. I just think I think I just get to this stage. I'm like doing so well. I think I
Yeah.
can just
Yeah.
invincible, do everything, and
Yeah.
get struck down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
At this point, when you're like buying gyms out or you're seeing the gyms are struggling, is this where the idea of like maybe you use business coaching before, so then you're like, oh, I could just use this to actually help
Yeah.
other gyms? Because you start to realize that no gyms know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, pretty
Gym
quickly,
owners.
yeah.
Like, I know a handful of gym owners personally, and I know they don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah. And stubborn too. They're willing to slog it out
Yeah.
before they try. Whereas I was always like, I think I always had a business coach. I saw your post the other day.
Yeah,
about-
it's a game,
Yeah.
mate. It's a fucking game
Yeah.
changer. I wish I'd done it way earlier than I did. It would have
Yeah.
saved
Yeah.
me so much hard, pointless work.
Mm.
Honestly, just
And
going
like-
around in circles.
It's not as expensive as you think. Like it's a pretty
Yeah.
quick investment, especially the way that everything is now. Back when I had Mario doing my marketing for $2K a month plus ad spend back then, plus a business coach. I was spending like $4 or $5 grand a month on like business development.
Mm.
Whereas these days, like we've pretty much merged the two together. We do everything
Right.
for our clients. We're like, we'll do your ads and everything for you. Plus you've got me doing your systems on the back end. And like, we can't charge as much as we did back then because there's 50 other
Yeah.
people doing the same thing as us
Mm.
now. So supply and demand.
So is that what inspired you to start that? Yeah.
Mario was working for Fitstop as their marketing manager, and he'd always done my marketing, my paid stuff. And then he got fired during COVID because they had to let everyone go. He was like, we were pretty good mates at the time, and I was getting sick of business coaching because they're all the same thing. Like after a while, I was like, I reckon I could do it better. And he's like, oh, let's do it. I'll do the marketing, you do the systems, and let's see if we can do
Yeah.
it. And we started off like real strong. Hey, got to like 20, 30 members pretty quick. And I was
That's
like,
awesome,
oh, well,
man.
sick.
Yeah.
Do this. Just work from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have to go in as much. And I was pretty redundant in the gyms at the time.
Right. So
Like,
you
I
had
wasn't
the
coaching or anything.
3 gyms and then you're starting this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because that is, I think, from like being in the industry around other gyms for so long, the hardest thing, which pretty much no gym owner does, is separate themselves from the gym.
Yeah.
Like I
It's
can
hard to,
tell,
yeah.
I know you, and that's probably about it.
Yeah.
And like we're close, but
yeah.
we're not. Well, Jack's not coaching anymore, but so I guess
Well,
you're
there's
out.
just not
But,
that
I
much
mean,
money, is there, in there? Like,
but like no other gym owner I know is being able to do it.
yeah.
So how do you think? I guess it's been a slow progress of doing it.
Yeah.
But was there a step where you like, oh, this is it? I guess letting a manager take full realm of a gym.
Yeah. I think there was some people around at the time like Drew Slater, and everyone was sort of like talking about, don't work in your business, work on your business. And I took that really literally, and I was like, fuck yeah, I want to be that guy that does that. Because again, I hadn't seen it before, and I was like, that'd be ultimate freedom. Imagine having a passive income from your business.
Yeah.
So I got pretty hell bent on making it like that. So I spent so much time just developing my managers, and I had a good crew of coaches, whether or not they were, just legends or like sort of molding and just being around. I was always around for like a year or two, spending so much time with them. I didn't just go one day, oh yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what people make the mistake, and they try and leave the business, and then they've got no one to do it. Whereas
Yeah.
I did over like a 2-year period.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then, to spend every minute that they weren't coaching, I was like,
Yeah.
cool, see what you did there. Let's try and do this or read this, and let's watch this together, and tried to make them into leaders.
Yeah.
And, luckily they stayed and didn't take
So
it
it was
elsewhere.
like giving away responsibilities like slowly.
Yeah,
Is that what you kind of done over like that 2-year period? Or
yeah,
something?
pretty much was just, give someone
Like the next
responsibility. And
step,
people froth
next
it.
step.
Like if they're
Yeah.
a good person, they usually want more, right?
Yeah.
So by not giving it to them, you sort of, depriving them of what they really want. And that's why people leave. It's because like, I can do this better. But if you give it to them on a silver platter and it's like, you're not going to find it any better anywhere else. You might as well just stay here. Like,
and it starts to look like a career then, hey?
That's exactly it.
Rather than a casual coach or whatever.
Yeah.
How's that, the emotional, like Jacob said, I kind of get it myself now. I've stopped coaching. I still go to the gym all the time to train and other bits of work, but that emotional, like pulling yourself away a little bit.
Yeah.
And like wondering what people are going to think.
Yeah.
Did you...
that was the hardest part. Yeah, it's like, I never wanted to be the boss that wasn't there type thing because I was like, just grew up working hard. Like, always had 2 or 3 jobs on the go. So it was like the identity of being seen as someone who's not working hard was really tough for me to get over. Like, I used to hate it when people would say, stroll in here at 9 o'clock. It's like, motherfucker, I was up at 5. I was on my laptop till 8:30. I didn't even eat breakfast.
Mate, that was one of the reasons why we started this, why we started the Instagram. All the communication through emails and stuff, because that's what was kind of happening. Yeah. People were thinking just like you said, like, oh, you're not working again today. Just at home, just, or you went away this weekend. They just see you maybe gone away.
Yeah, exactly.
But the reality is you worked a week and then you had this trip booked in for like fucking months or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely
I feel like that's changed now.
Yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
were in there fucking doing the floors on Saturday night.
Yeah. I think once you're at a point where like undeniable, like how good your product is, and then they can see that it doesn't just like, it doesn't just happen by accident, right?
And it's also like if you're spending time with the person as well, like if you're like never in there, like at the moment I'm sort of, probably not spending as much love on the gym as I possibly could because we've got a baby and I'm like prioritizing the family over work, but I've got a good team there that I've built over the last few years and like, he can have it. And that's what you want is your team going, like you want them to be proud of what you're doing and not resent you for not coming in.
But you're still checking in and you're still like, you know what I mean? You're still over it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if you find those staff, we just sort of got rid
of. That's what I figure. I figure like let the experts do it way better than I can do it. Yeah. That's
what's kind of like your main passion focus business wise at the moment then? I know like the whole company, but like is there an area you're really trying to improve?
Do you have that battle in your mind? Like, what should I
It is hard because, like, you see things like Hormozy put up a post a while ago and I was like, oh, that resonates. He's like, don't get bored with what you're doing and then try and start something else. Like, that's what everyone does. Like, you can't run 3 different businesses just because you run one. And I was like, you talking to me, bro? Because literally I had 3 at the time. I was like, fuck.
Did you buy his course straight after?
Yeah, $9.99 book or something.
Yeah.
But I was like, I wonder what would happen if I went all in on one and stopped trying to like sort of have safety nets.
Yeah.
But I'm really chaotic and I sort of like having multiple things. I reckon I used to almost fuck with things too much because I was bored at the gyms. Like, because I wasn't coaching, I'd like message everyone and I started getting feedback from the coaches like, just leave us alone.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to, like, we've got this. Like, back off, bro. And I was like, I'm just making sure. And I was like starting to piss people off.
Yeah.
And then I went through a stage of like not messaging them all. I'm like, where's the right mix?
The balance.
Yeah. But I like doing all of them.
Yeah.
But hard with the babies.
Yeah. Kids.
Trying to do it all, but it's not long.
I imagine and this is definitely something like that comes off. I've never thought that you haven't worked hard, so I don't know. You're doing something right.
Yes, right.
If I was one of your members, but I definitely notice, and I can understand, obviously, from running a gym, how busy that is, even if you're not coaching. I'm not a parent, so I'm not sure about that part. But I've often thought about because we have a business coach, as we've said, and I see the level of detail that it takes, and I've seen some of the stuff you put out. Like I've seen your what do you call it, Notion checklist thing, like how much goes into it. Like I can definitely respect how much work is involved in that. Would you say that's the most demanding part? Like
definitely now I've switched predominantly to that now because the gyms, like, because the 2 of the gyms, Darlinghurst and North Sydney, they've got their own owners now, so they're almost like a license model, a franchise model. So I don't really need to check in on them. Like they're their own bosses, really. So they've bought into the brand and they've got all the systems that are built previously. Plus, I do their marketing for them.
Do they pay you a fee then?
Yeah,
like they
just
pay
a
you
monthly fee.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good deal. Like I mean, the longer it's going to go on, the less they speak to me. Like early on, there was so much value for them, and obviously as it goes on, they're going to feel like it's less of a deal for them. So we're going to have to keep negotiating on that. But it's always like the analogy I use to them is like if you're on a road trip with your family and you're going past like 2 shops, you've got McDonald's and you've got Joe's Burger Shop. most people are going to go to Macca's because they know what they're going to get, and it's like an established brand.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what you're paying for. There's not a tangible dollar figure to that. But if we've been around for 11 years now, we've got the systems, we've got the coach, we've got the name in the industry. Like that's what you're paying.
Yeah, nice.
Not the contact, but
is that something that you're interested in doing, like expanding that, or is it something you're not really pushing?
Right now, not pushing. But we've always grown it internally. So what we do is like the managers that used to manage at Paddington and Waterloo and Darlinghurst and stuff are now, at Paddington, they're now the owners.
Nice.
So
That's
wait
awesome,
for that to happen. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So there's a few guys over at North Sydney like that are keen eventually long term to run a gym. So it'll be a case of, all right, if you got cash, first of all, because you don't need it. And then you already know the system. So if you want to go and plug it in, but take over somewhere else.
A lot of it's opportunity as well, right?
Yeah.
Like you say, you're not looking for another space, but then if a potential good space come up.
Yeah. Well, last year.
I get a bit stressed about that, actually. I kind of hope there isn't a space come up for us because I don't want to jump on it right now. We're not ready. We're not ready. But if it was perfect, we would have to.
Yeah, 100%.
Now I get the emails because I've looked. You probably get the same ones like this gym for sale. Wherever. I'm like, fuck.
How much is it?
I feel like you always message me. So
always,
so and so.
I do that all the time. I've stopped now.
Oh yeah, we don't have any money, so
I'm like,
we're massively.
I'm like the castle. You know, he's like, how much are they asking for it? Telling me stream.
Take 100 off. Yeah.
We get it for 50K. Maybe do this.
Yeah. Well, give him 20.
Yeah, exactly. Just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get asked all the time, like, take over this gym. And we will go back to it, I think, and try and take over. But there's so many gyms now. Like, you'd have to be a stonker of a deal with a good location and someone that just wants out.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to pick up a good deal.
Yeah.
Especially where you are. Like, down south, like, there's no gyms.
Yeah.
Like, a Body by Brando down where, like, down by us would kill it.
Yeah.
Because there's just nothing, like...
I was thinking of Engadine or something, like, on the way through the corridor.
But, like, from Gerringong up to, like, Shell Harbour and then up to Wollongong, you got some good gyms in Wollongong.
Yeah.
But below that, there's nothing.
Yeah, nah.
Like, that's where we were just like, this is perfect.
Because we had 5 last year at like one point in time because we had Bondi, Alexandria, Waterloo, North Sydney, Darlow. They crossed over for like a few months. Bondi went a bit rogue, so he bought Bondi. We had it together, and then he was running it while I moved down south. And from there, again, we did like 950 grand a year, and then I left, and then the next year was like 700. And then we got down to like as far as 500. I was like, come on, bro, like we've got to do something here.
Yeah.
Either you buy me out or I'll buy you out because it's just not working. And then anyway, it took about 12 months and he bought me out. And then, we're still in a legal battle at the moment with that.
Really?
Yeah, things are going south, but changed the name and stopped paying pretty much.
Yeah.
So lost a gym just overnight, just changed the name and just hasn't written back to our email. So
wow. I know the I don't know the guy. I know his new gym. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Alexandria just we were too close to.
Well, so he didn't pay you. He didn't pay you out. He just changed that.
He was meant to pay me out, and it stopped.
Yeah,
it was like over a 12-month deal.
Yeah.
Dodgy.
Damn.
Yeah.
So now it's costing.
This chat's giving me more anxiety. I think.
Yeah. Well, it was all just going so swimmingly. I was like, oh, cool. Got rid of one gym. He's going to stay as a BBB. Like we've got 12 months of license fees. There's contracts to show that. Like you should still be paying until November this year. But just didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Just can't get a hold of him. So it's just now like debt collection sort of territory.
Yeah, wow.
So at the time I was like 5, let's get to 10. Like, pick gyms up. We'll just do the pick off suburb by suburb. And then it was like that went to shit. And then Alexandria was just a punish. So we're like back to 3, maybe 10 to sort of not looking. So like it's just so up and down, doesn't it?
Yeah, we were talking about that because there's just so many variables, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like the chances of us, like you almost, like you can make all the good business decisions you can, but there's a bit of luck with it.
Yeah, 100%.
Isn't there, right?
Yeah.
Like we got a bit lucky with the one in Maroubra, like where we very lucky with the rent in that position. And then down here, kind of a bit lucky with that. And it's just like, when's the luck going to run out?
Yeah.
You just keep going.
Yeah.
And like yours sounds like getting a 5.
Yeah.
And then it kind of then
5 and moving away probably wasn't the best idea. Like you've got to really, because we had 2 new teams then, like we had Alexandria and I didn't really even get to spend any time there. So the manager was training them. So it was like secondhand me type thing. And it was like, I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Like, because I didn't have anything to do with the staff there. I was trying to sort of have a passive one.
Yeah.
And it shows that you don't have passive investments in the gym game.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess with the amount of things that you take on and the risks that you were taking, like it's bound to have a few things that don't work. But as long as you're kind of overall net positive, right? I think that's something that's been cool to see as well. You sharing a lot of your losses as well. Yeah, I know. Like it,
I love that post
closing.
you put up. Not loved it because you the gym closed, but no, I respected you coming out because I know it must be hard.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, you just don't want to seem like you're failing, I guess, but reality, everyone does.
I prefer that, to be honest. Like, I find it easier to do that. Like, I hate people thinking
like
that,
bigging yourself up.
Yeah, like I just don't want people to think like, oh, he's making it look easy, or like, oh, he's done this. Like, it must be, and like not be authentic about it.
Yeah,
I feel like there's too many people that go and get cars on leases and then like take photos in there, and it's like, for what? Like now, you're living with anxiety for the rest of your life now because you got to live up to this image.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'd rather just tell it how it is. Like, if it's not going good, I'll tell it. If it's going good, like, you'll probably see that too.
Yeah. And how many like lessons you learned from all of that, all the shit that went wrong, right? Yeah. And then obviously a lot of stuff's going really right. So
yeah, that's it. Probably wouldn't be so stoked to tell everyone if everything was going wrong.
You might not have time to come on a podcast.
Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
Yeah. I guess the odd one here and there is all right for you. Because in general, you're moving forward with business and stuff like that.
Steve Smith gets snicked off every now and again, doesn't
he? Yeah. Yeah, that's like, you'd have to have a little bit of like, I don't know, it's not ignorance, but it's like extra balls to do some of these things, right? Like take some of these risks, and then some of them might not pay off.
They all seem so good at the time, and then it's more so the work now. If, like you said, with the gym, like we picked up a gym for 25 grand, and like what a deal, but we still couldn't even make it work because it was just like I didn't have the time and energy. So it doesn't matter how cheap you can buy a gym if you're not willing to put the work back into it.
I was going to say that it's like now you've got 2 kids. Would that affect decisions now with business opportunities? Because we think about that. Well, I think about that with time. It's like, well, how much time is that going to take realistically? And then can I sustain that for a couple of years at least? You know what I mean?
Yeah, until they're like in high school, right? Until they sort of like don't want you anymore. Yeah. Because you only get, 10 good years with your kids, 12 because you got 2 years apart.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm at the stage now where I'll just cop the consequences of like, I know I could be building and have like more gyms and more money, but at what cost? Like you always hear people talk about the regret they have of like chasing business instead of spending time with the family. So I'll just do it backwards and see how that works out.
Yeah. You're already pretty busy as it is, I guess.
Yeah, busy enough. Yeah. Good enough.
You seem like you were pretty focused from like a young age. Like, I feel like I'm more business driven now, but now I've got a family as well. It's not great. Whereas I wish I spent that time when I was younger focusing on that more.
Yeah.
And developing. Yeah. Rather than just like drinking piss and running around in circles.
Well, I did that too.
Yeah.
Just backed up, eh?
Just
had that extra gear to rock up on Saturday after
hyperactive. Funny story on that, actually. Like I said, we're at the start, we grew up in the same area. My I don't even know if you remember this, but my older brother, who's 3 years older, and you're just older than me, but you're in between, he used to use his ID to get in.
I did, yeah. The three of us could probably use each other's from time to time.
Yeah, getting into underage.
Yeah, I did.
Don't know if that's going to get in trouble, probably not, but yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, I was a rat bag. I started going early. Maybe that's what helped. I started going out at like 16.
Yeah.
So by the time I was like 24, I was like, feel like a 40-year-old.
Yeah. Done it all.
Did it all, you know.
Look at Benny helping out with youth. So the youngins.
Generous of him, man.
Yeah. Nice guy. Thank you. Appreciate it. But no, I still got to party. Still did it all. I think it just lived off pure dopamine. You know, just chasing life and just being so busy that I didn't really stop.
Yeah.
So pretty happy now that I did that. Like, didn't feel like I missed out on anything by going hard in my 20s. I wasn't like, you see these Instagram kids and all they talk about is like business in their 20s. You're like, you're going to regret that because you're going to miss out on those big nights out with your mates and like you're going to get to 30 and you're going to have some cash, but you don't want to start partying at 30 because then you sort of undo it all.
It hurts too much then.
Hurts more and
Start doing drugs at 40.
Have like a midlife crisis and getting some benders at 40.
Yeah. What about training now, mate? How are you? What's the focus? Anything?
Survival, mate.
Survival, yeah.
Surf.
You just getting a bit in when you can.
Yeah.
You try and move every day.
Definitely move every day. So it's just changed now. Like I just put Rupee on my shoulders and go for a hike, so it definitely still getting something in. It's just different. I've got the home gym, which is cool, so that helps.
Yeah.
Probably get 2 in the home gym with like no intensity, but just moving.
Yeah. I have to check out because when we trained there together, it was pretty still.
It was fresh, wasn't it?
Fresh, yeah. Still, it's a good setup. But it'd be good to get back in there and until it's all done.
Yeah, I think now I can see the light at the tunnel because Reggie hasn't slept for 6 months, so the window to train, like, I'm sort of up at 5:30 with him and let Asher sleep till 8:30. Then I'm working from like 8:30. I have brekkie as well, so then it's like 9 o'clock starting, where I'm used to starting at like 5 a.m. and working till 9 p.m. Now it's 9 a.m., finished at almost 3 because Rupee wants to play.
Yeah,
right. So it's like, trying to merge play with gym, surf and get all that in. So it'll come back.
Yeah.
Awesome, mate. What's next then? What's on the horizon? What's driving you?
Doing?
Or you kind of are you finally semi-settled and just kind of just grind
Sounds
away?
like you're trying to balance a new kid with work and everything, is that?
Trying to fit it all in now. So kids, they're sort of coming first. But Kaizen, still focusing on that. I want to get that to be nice to get that to like 75 members.
Yeah, cool.
With Mario.
So that's just for like, it's like gym owners or like that's like Pilates,
gym owners,
like anything.
A few Pilates, So mostly functional fitness gyms. We're starting to pick up a lot more Pilates now. It seems to be growing. Pilates studio owners. But more so, obviously, functional fitness is my jam, so I find it easy to do that.
Yeah.
But there's obviously a lot more business coaches now, so eventually I want to step into service base in general, so not just the gym industry, but sort of businesses that are trying to scale from 1 to 5 or 10, because I feel like there's probably not too many people that can have that skill set.
Yeah, that's a unique to yourself.
I feel like it's a bit not wasted me trying to teach people how to post a reel on Instagram, but there's 1,000 other people that can do that too. But that's what people want. They want social media and paid ads, and it's like, again.
Yeah. What do you see coming through the door in that business? Like these smaller businesses coming through. What's like the main mistakes you see a lot of these small businesses making? Because obviously they must be struggling or feeling like they're not earning enough or not fulfilling their
with gyms
potential.
It's usually like they've been told something wrong and they've got a mindset of like they don't really do enough PTs and things early on. Like survive in the early days, I think just make as much money as you can. Like say yes to everything, just make bulk cash, make bulk content and try and get more clients. Whereas like you see some people open a gym and they do the 5:30, 6:30 and they don't come back till 5:30 in the afternoon. They're not even running like midday classes. And you're like, what are you doing? They're like, oh, sort of did this and did that. And you're like, I can just hustle a bit harder. I get some clients from 7:30 till midday. I used to PT till midday, train from 12 till 2-ish, be back on the gym floor at 4. Yeah. It's like you burst at the seams with clients. And
Mate,
then
you know
worry
what I
about
used to hate
else.
is when people used to say, it's winter, we'll take a class off because it's winter.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. We'll fill the class.
Yeah, fill it. Yeah.
As soon as you take a class off, that's...
Yeah,
it's a bad signal. Bad signal to everyone.
Yeah,
it might make sense, right? Like that. At the moment, we have a 7 p.m. class, right? We've had so far this week, we had no shows Monday, Tuesday, and we had 4 people turn up last night. But I'm not taking it off a timetable.
No,
because I want to fill it.
Yeah, fill it.
Because that 7 p.m. is like a, I don't know, bit of a different market you can tap into.
Yeah,
most clientele.
Well, yeah, it was like that at once upon a time in River, right?
River, we used to have like 4 or 5 people, and now there's like 18, 20 people in there at 7 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's there. It's just going to take a bit of time.
It's like putting on another coach, right? I always used to put on a coach before I needed it.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have to hustle to fill the diary. And it's like, if you, the fishbowl theory, in a small fishbowl, you're only going to be a small fish. If you grow it and go, fuck, I've really got to.
And also, what does that tell your members as well? Because your members must think, expanding, but it doesn't feel like you're there yet. But I mean, I don't know. It's like you're spending. You look like you're kind of spending the money without necessarily having to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, rather than waiting till the classes are completely fucking full and then going, oh, we'll just add another class.
You know, it's never going to be full on day one, and I think people aren't willing to risk it.
Yeah.
Long enough.
Yeah. Cool, mate. Well, thanks very much for coming in. Did you have anything else you wanted to bring up? We're about at our time.
No, mate. Maybe a debrief of a marathon. No.
Did you see me struggling? White face from about 35 Ks on. I'm killing it, and then I just fucking brick wall.
Yeah, we started together, didn't we? And we had a little chat. We had a little chat for a bit. And then your mate you were running with was like, we need to slow down
and stop talking.
Yeah, and stop talking.
Yeah, that's why I had a shit time, I reckon.
Yeah.
I woke up. I didn't realize, like, I just do things. I don't really prepare that well for things. Like, he had all the gels and stuff.
Yeah.
And
You said that. What did you have, like one gel or something?
Yeah, I only had one, and I was like, I thought they had them on the course, but they didn't.
Yeah.
I was up at 5 with Reggie because he was screaming all night. So I was like,
you cramped in both, didn't you?
Yeah, I just double quad cramped. I was like, oh, that hurts, and just like muscled my way through it.
We're similar sort of weight probably, and like, I had like 6 gels, I had like a packet of sweets, so like all I did, like,
yeah.
But I didn't cramp.
Yeah.
Whereas I would have definitely cramped if.
Yeah, I'd never think about things till after, and I'm like, oh, damn it.
Especially when you're a bit more muscle bound, like you are, it's just like the recipe for fucking dead disaster.
I want a bit of redemption on that. Try to get under 4.
Sounds like you got to race again.
Yeah.
Or next year.
Next year, the same course, same time.
Yeah.
No, you killed it. It was fast.
Yeah, well, I was just probably a bit more prepared. Sounds like you kind of done one training run and then like rocked up.
25K once upon a time.
You'd have been better off doing a handstand walk for a marathon.
You definitely would have won that.
Yeah, you'd have definitely beat me on that one, that's for sure, yeah. All right, mate.
Very good, thank you.
Thanks very much for coming, mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
We might reconvene again in a year or so, see where you're at.
Done.
Good.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.